A young girl is sleeping peacefully at night when suddenly someone pulls her blanket away. This is none other than her father, who has been watching her with disturbing eyes. The girl becomes very scared when she sees this happening. But how can a father do such a thing to his own daughter? The story begins with June, a priest performing an exorcism on a possessed girl tied to a bed. As June recites verses to expel the demon, the entity tries to manipulate him with words, but June remains focused on his ritual. Growing desperate, the demon taunted June, saying that the girl had trusted him a lot. When June continues undeterred, the demon cunningly mimics the girl's voice, crying out to her mother that the priest is trying to harm her. The mother, hearing this from outside, rushes in and believes the demon's lie. Seizing this opportunity, the demon frees the girl from her restraints and positions her at the window, preparing to make her jump to her death. June managed to grab the girl's arm as she dangled from the window. The demon then possessed the mother and, speaking through her, said that they had existed in the world before God's realm had arrived. The demon returned to the girl's body and threatened June, saying that they were as widespread as June's God and that they would return to destroy her family and condemn them to hell. The girl then slashes June's hand, causing him to lose his grip. She falls to her death. Despite his efforts, June can only watch in anguish as the demon claims victory. Following the tragedy, June's older brother Kang decides to separate from their extended family. The possessed mother has been spreading vicious rumors about June throughout the community, causing Kang tremendous embarrassment. The family splits into two factions, those who support June and those who believe the malicious gossip. On their first night in the new house, Kang's family is kept awake by loud noises from next door. The next morning, they discover a dead cat hanging outside their kitchen. The sight causes Kang's younger daughter to faint, requiring hospitalization. Upon returning home, Kang finds his neighbor's car parked in his space. When he goes to confront the neighbor, he's shocked to discover the house filled with hanging animal carcasses and blood, including evidence that this man killed and hung the cat at their home. As Kang surveys the horrifying scene, someone calls from behind. He turns to find a man staring at him menacingly. Frightened, Kang mentions the parking issue and quickly flees. That night, the noises continue. Exhausted, Kang calls the police and reports the animal killings. But when officers investigate, they find nothing suspicious, only a cloth-making machine causing the noise. Kang is stunned by how the neighbor transformed the house's appearance in just hours. The police advise the neighbor to limit noisy work to daytime and leave. June has a nightmare featuring the possessed girl from the beginning. The demon reminds him of its promise to destroy his family. Blood rains down as the demon attacks him, jolting June awake. That same night, Kang's younger daughter awakens when someone pulls away her blanket. Assuming it's her brother, she begins to scold him, but discovers it's Kang, who grabs her hair roughly and stares at her with malevolent eyes. She's horrified that her father would act this way. The next morning, she tells her mother, who also behaves strangely, causing the girl to distance herself from both parents. The church priests, concerned about June's mental state, encourage him to take international cases to improve his spirit. June agrees, hoping to recover. Meanwhile, Kang questions his wife about her strange morning behavior. She claims to remember nothing. While Kang's older daughter was bathing, her younger sister approached and cryptically told her that if she had problems with her siblings, she should kill them. Disturbed, the older sister later asked what she had meant, but the younger sister had no memory of saying it. As they discuss the night's incidents, Kang enters and angrily accuses them of speaking against him. He grabs his older daughter and pushes her down the stairs, knocking her unconscious. He then retrieves a hammer and advances on the younger daughter. Suddenly, Kang's voice calls from downstairs, asking about the noise. The demon-possessed Kang descends, and the real Kang comes upstairs. The sisters are shocked to realize they're seeing the real father. Then Kang's wife appears with a hammer and attacks. Kang shields his daughters as his wife beats his arm viciously. At that moment, his wife's voice calls from downstairs, asking what's happening. The possessed wife retreats to the bedroom, and the real wife comes upstairs. Kang rushes to the bedroom but finds only a hammer, no attacker. The family gathers to discuss the terrifying events. They realize a demon has been possessing family members, first using Kang to harm his loved ones, then his wife to attack Kang, all to turn the family against each other. Desperate, Kang calls June for help. June initially refuses, saying he must travel that night. Kang feels hurt, but doesn't press further. Kang's wife became angry, saying that they had done so much for him, and yet he could not help them. Kang reminds her she never actually helped June. She secretly charged him rent and never even warmed his food. This argument reveals that while Kang supported his brother, his wife resented June's presence, leading to the family separation. Despite his travel plans, June reconsiders when he thinks of his brother's desperate situation. He goes to Kang's house. After hearing about all the events, June explains they need to perform a ritual to drive the demon from the house. The family is terrified, remembering how the last exorcism ended in the girl's death. June assures them he'll have his senior priest perform the ritual. He takes Kang aside and reveals that the demon has possessed his older daughter, Seon, and warns him to watch her carefully. June went to the airport to pick up the senior priest, who had supposedly called him. But when he arrived, the priest asked why he had come, saying they would have found their own way. June insisted that the priest had called him. The priest denies making any call. June realizes the demon orchestrated this to separate him from the house. He rushes back with the priest, driving frantically. En route, birds suddenly fly into the car, causing June to crash violently. The accident appears fatal. Meanwhile, Kang's younger daughter goes to the pool area to retrieve a pearl. Someone calls her name, but no one's there. When she hears the voice again from another direction, an invisible force drags her to a gas heater, traps her inside, and ignites the flames. The demon has murdered her, leaving no evidence. Back at the house, Kang watches Seon as instructed. When she tries to leave to close the front gate, Kang assumes the demon wants to abduct her possessed body. He tackles Seon, knocks her unconscious, and ties her to the bed. June arrives and tells Kang about the fatal accident that killed the senior priest. Kang urges June to exorcise the demon from Seon. June begins the ritual, violently beating Seon with a stick. At the crash site, we see the real June lying unconscious beside the wrecked car. The June in the house is actually the demon in disguise, brutally beating Seon until she bleeds. Kang's wife tries to intervene, but Kang stops her, triggering a fight. Kang tells his wife she's a terrible mother. During their struggle, Kang's head strikes the wall hard, and he collapses unconscious. The demon, wearing June's face, revels in the chaos. Finally, the demon reveals its true form to Kang, who's horrified. Enraged, Kang attacks, but the demon overpowers him in moments and is about to deliver a killing blow when the real June arrives. June prays against his demonic doppelganger and banishes it. They also discover that a demon had possessed their neighbor to terrorize the family. Suddenly, they hear Kang's young son crying in the basement. Racing downstairs, they find the boy pointing at the heater, terrified. Inside lies his younger sister's charred body. Kang is devastated. The demon has been systematically destroying his family. Seon appeared and asked June why he had hit him so much, but June recognized it as another demonic trick. He pulls a cloth from a nearby mirror. The demon's true form becomes visible. June begins reciting prayers, but the demon mockingly repeats the verses and makes the sign of the cross, demonstrating that the holy words have no power over it. The demon attacks June and begins strangling him. Kang frantically searches for something to help. He finds holy water and throws the entire bottle on the demon, breaking its focus and saving June's life. June resumes praying, but his words still don't affect the creature. The demon attacks both men and starts killing Kang. In desperation, June prays to God, asking that the demon enter his body and give him the strength to destroy it. The demon, which desires voluntary possession, eagerly leaves Seon's body and enters June. A violent internal struggle ensues between June and the demon. To end it, June grabs a heavy wooden cross, breaks it, and stabs the sharp end into his own stomach. As June dies, the demon dies with him, finally releasing Kang's family. June has succeeded in his mission through the ultimate sacrifice. Kang staggers to his family, and they embrace, weeping. They've survived the demon's assault, but at a terrible cost. They've lost 2 family members. The film ends on this tragic note of survival and loss. If this terrifying story moved you, consider liking and subscribing for more movie breakdowns. Thank you for watching.